Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. I found this in West Ryde. I demoed there. Let's see if I can make this one turn up a treat. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's Penthouse, I think hosiery or some kind of lingerie with Penthouse, indeed the pornographic magazines. That this is the back of it, so we're interested in the front. But yeah, Penthouse indeed. Who could forget that magazine, pornographic mag. And these are obviously fashion items or lingerie based on Penthouse. Well, I guess this sort of shit sells, this kind of sex kind of sells. Sort of like fantasy gear, and this has come out shit. Penthouse. Got to try and get the lady featured in the scene. But basically, yeah, I remember when I was a kid, people used to read Penthouse. Yeah, they used to be called Penthouse pets, which is really quite a derogatory term. That looks really nice, except it's too blendy. But basically, yeah, Penthouse indeed is. They used to call them pets, Penthouse pets. The girls in the magazines who used to be featured there, called Penthouse pets. Really quite a demeaning sort of a term for someone who's a woman, you know. That's really quite whatever, folks. It really isn't a very nice, endearing sort of a term. You could say it's quite disgusting, to say the least, folks. But then these are so-called men's magazines, and that's the kind of shit that the men that normally like, you know, all this fantasy shit and all this making women into sex objects. Really sad. And that's come up looking better. Looks similar to the... Looks a bit too blue now. She looks like too blue. I would have liked it a bit more in between. I like it better than the green. Maybe we'll change it a bit. Don't want that. But yeah, it's really sad to see that a lot of men treat women as sex objects, and they don't treat their women right. They can be rough and tough and ready and really nasty and horrible, and they just treat their women, slap them round, and expect their woman to be subservient, which is really a disgrace. To me, it's a disgrace, folks. I've been in relationships that were abusive myself, and it's not nice when a man forces himself on you. Fortunately, I was never raped, but I got sexually abused. I was sexually abused by at least 4 different relationships I had, and I've been sexually abused outside of relationships as well. So I'm not happy with the way society is, and that men often treat their women with such disdain, and they don't respect their woman. They don't make their woman feel loved and cared for, because we just want to be cared for, folks. We don't want to be treated like fucking sex objects. We don't want to be slapped around and raped or sexually abused. You know, we want to be fucking loved. Love is important in a relationship. What there is no point in a relationship if there is no love. There is no love. It's just shit. It's just a load of shit. No, we need love, not fucking abuse. I know there would be some women who are rough as well and horrible, which is really bad, because most men, it's usually assumed it's the man that's always in the wrong, but that's not always the case, folks. You've got to realise that as well. But basically, women tend to be the most badly treated of the opposite of the sexes, usually by other men. Usually by men, you could say. But basically, yeah, I'm really trying to get in touch with my lost partner, Luigi, and he is not like those men that I encountered in my life. He's a man that loves me and cares for me, and he'd be absolutely appalled if he heard what I'd been through. And he will hear about it. If I can get in touch with him, if I can get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, I'll be able to find where Luigi is. His name's Luigi, folks. And I really miss him. Maybe make it a little bit less on the vertical. But basically, I really miss Luigi, and he's the only one I trust. I don't trust anyone else. Folks, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone, folks. It's been proven that these other men cannot be trusted to be nice to me and to care for me. They just care about sex, the ones that I've had. And it really is harrowing, folks, to be sexually abused. Fortunately, I was never raped. I'm still a virgin. I'm 51 and I'm waiting to lose my virginity to Luigi when we marry. But in the meanwhile, I don't want to lose it to anyone else. But basically, I've been in some pretty nasty kinds of relationships, and sexual abuse was like, you could say it was almost the order of the day. You just expect it from these bitches. You don't expect anything else. You can't. You can't expect anything else from some of these sluts. Now, they're sluts. They may not be women, but they're sluts. I often call men sluts, just like a person would call a woman a slut. I call men of bad character sluts. I do. I really do. I don't have any respect for them. They have not gained my respect, so I don't treat them with any kind of respect. I treat them just like they would treat a woman that's been worse than that. But basically, yeah, I just don't have any respect for men who sexually abuse women, calling it, because men have always got the reputation of wanting sex all the time, more than the woman. But it's probably because the man has more control, and the man doesn't feel as scared or as violated as typically a woman would feel. So they feel like this looks shit house, like it's just blending. I think this version was better. But basically, I really get so annoyed, that these so-called men think that it's okay to treat their woman with such disgusting disdain. And I know Luigi's not like that. He's someone a cut above the rest. He's not like all the others. So yeah, so you got to be careful out there when you're a woman. You know, it's really dangerous being subjected to all this sexual abuse and all this crap that these horrible men like to unleash upon you. It's like, we don't need this shit. This is better. This is looking good. So we don't need this shit, folks. We don't need this bullshit maltreatment from the men. Because the only way to feel, for a woman to feel, generally speaking, for a woman to feel sexy is to be treated and feel safe. You know, for you men out there who think it's okay to abuse women because you think you've got your fucking so-called right, well, fuck yous, because you fucking don't make the woman feel safe. How is she supposed to perform? You're going to make her fucking frigid, bitches, you fucktards. You know nothing about sex, you fucking idiots who sexually abuse women, who don't allow women to be... So a woman doesn't give her consent, but you think it's okay to rape or to touch or to fondle in the most evil and disgusting way. I've had to deal with that, and it is no fun. It made me frigid. Frigid, folks, fucking frigid. These men did not know how to turn me on. They don't know. And that's the thing, you're not real men if you hurt women, because women can't function as a woman when you're fucking scaring the shit out of her and she thinks you're going to rape her or make her feel vulnerable and not safe, slap her around. Fucking idiots, fucktards. And you fucktards know my name is Daria Huddy. You remember that name? You abused me and sexually assault. I don't know if it's assault, but it was sexual activity without consent. No rape, but it was still sexual abuse. Go fuck yourselves, all of you men. You are assholes, fuckwits, tards. No, never again will that happen. I will never let another man fucking hurt me like that again. All of those men that I dated ought to be ashamed of themselves. Fuckwits. Dirty, filthy scum. Fuckwits. I could have avoided it if I had gone with Luigi, because I know Luigi's a loving man and he'd never do that to me. You don't know, you're not real men if you do that to women, because women can't get turned on, and you can't be a real man if you can't turn your woman on. So you make them cold, you make them frigid. You don't know anything about sex. You think you know it all, but you don't. You fucking don't. You know nothing. You're a fucking brainless fucking monkeys. Not a racial or a homophobic slur, but to criticise your fucking IQ. You bloody animals. That's what you are. Monkeys are animals. They're not fucking humans. I don't believe we descended from the apes, so we don't behave like apes. Okay? We don't behave like monkeys. Otherwise you are a fucking monkey, as far as I'm concerned. Dickheads. And obsessing over women, treating them like they're your possession, that's another thing. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this penthouse rant over.